reigning from Karamoja sub-region had thought that if President Museveni was to transfer the First Lady from the Ministry of Karamoja Affairs, then the opportunity would squarely come to Karamoja, but this was in vain.
In Karamoja, we are disappointed. We've been voting NRM government for the last 30 years, and of recent elections, we gave 92%. But we are disappointed that now no Karamajong has been appointed, even given a senior position, like Honorable Peter Lokeris has been there for many years. Now you start bringing us ministers from out to be in charge of Karamoja, as if there are no Karamajong who are capable. Even now when they remove the First Lady, why don't you have put Karamajong to take over if he knows there is an assignment for that? So actually I think what the president has done is not good for us. Actually I think we are now underdogs in this country.
We are very disappointed, and for the last 30 years of NRM, we have never had a cabinet minister from Karamoja. Not that it would change anything, but it would show some respect. You don't beat a herdsboy who looks after your cows very well. We are a bit disappointed this time round, and we have had Honorable Lokodo and Honorable Lokeris being ministers of state for 30 years, for God's sake. Couldn't you even think that they can do something else? And if you think, why we feel a bit hurt is that you find a district like Zombo, 2 MPs, 2 ministers. Karamoja, we are 19 MPs, and that's the best they could think that we deserve. In Karamoja, we voted 19%.
Museveni's omission is likely to have serious political implications on the fate of the NRM in Karamoja sub-region.
And we are going to mobilize our people. Because all this time, the Karamajong have always voted for NRM. We have always been blamed. Why are you supporting a system? But today we have learned that he doesn't appreciate. And I believe for us, we are going to sit more, have more press conferences, and inform this country and the Karamajo.
I don't know what the president is thinking about us. Maybe he thinks we are insignificant. Maybe he thinks we are too faithful to say anything. Maybe, and people are not happy. You just read the social media. The whole night I could not sleep. I had to switch on my phone because people are calling. There were a lot of, say, what is this?
Karamajong MPs are questioning why President Museveni didn't listen to them despite of the positive contribution of the First Lady to transform Karamoja sub-region.
She did some work in Karamoja, we cannot deny that. At least some work has been done when she was in Karamoja. But of course there are always challenges that you cannot do all what the people expect. Like now there is a lot of hunger in Karamoja. The other day we reported people are dying of hunger, but there is no response. So it doesn't mean that the programs that were put through our initiative can solve Karamoja's problem once in a short time. It needed more time to concentrate on areas that were not covered. So this is the challenge we have as Karamoja. She did what she did for us. We appreciate. What she left, now should be the other people to take over.
We don't know why the president couldn't listen to us. We wanted the First Lady to still work with us. We still have a lot of work to do in Karamoja, and she had begun on a lot of things. For example, the empowerment program. She had begun on a very special project on growing food for primary schools. For schools, Karamoja feeds itself. And she had just started, she had become successful in Nakapriprit, and in Nakapriprit now it feeds itself. I don't know why the president did not listen to us. I thought we had really given our message in many fora with him that we really wanted the First Lady to stay with us for some more time.
We are meant to understand that following the announcement of the cabinet last evening, there has been political tension in Karamoja.
The whole of Karamoja did not sleep last night, and they have actually asked us to formally make a statement. All of the Karamoja has been calling us, and I think this afternoon we are going to be making a statement. They have asked us to make a statement to the president through you through the press.
I think he has just taken Karamoja for granted. We are not cows. If he thinks he can herd us like his cows, we are not.
However, they are uncomfortable with the appointment of Engineer John Byabagambe as Minister of Karamoja Affairs.
Why would you bring Are you punishing Byabagambe by bringing to Karamoja? You are not happy with him making a road 85 billion shillings per kilometer. Now you think we are going to be happy also working with a person he's not happy with? Couldn't the president find people from Karamoja? In this government, after 30 years, we have not even had a member of parliament or a Karamajong, a woman, being a minister. Leave alone a cabinet minister or minister of state. Can you imagine? This is about gender, all these things, but no woman has been a minister.
You bring a Musoga to Karamoja. You bring from Fort Bottle to Karamoja as if they are not Karamajong. We have Karamajong our land, have masters, all the, I mean, the qualifications you may need, but we really get surprised when the president does that.
The opposition in Parliament is divided over the appointment of the First Lady as Minister for Education and Sports.
I think I would say it's the right appointment, because when I was chairman, government assurance, we found when she was minister in charge of Karamoja, there were some tangible activities. So the big mother syndrome that she moves with, all the permanent secretaries, the commissioners and education will all be in their toes. So the advantage of being the president's wife, she brings in a weight of her own. That is how she managed to cause some changes in Karamoja. So much as many people will argue it is not right for the president to appoint his wife, I would personally I don't want to be a cynic, I would say it's a very golden opportunity for her to touch the lives in the educational sector. Because people will fear her, and by default they'll think they're acting directly with the president.
No, whether in Karamoja she performed or not, well, what we read from the papers, she performed. On the ground, members from Karamoja should be honest to tell the country how it was. But what I want to believe in, that anybody can serve anywhere, so long as you can work well with the technocrats.
However, Otto is convinced that the appointment of the First Lady is going to attract resources to the Ministry of Education and mounting pressure on the technocrats therein.
I would think she would do better than all other ministers, because if she fails, then who else can manage? I foresee a situation where education department being transformed, because Minister of Finance will release all the money a Minister of Education needs. They will not joke around. It is a no-go area. The same way she succeeded in Karamoja, her budget was huge and it was funded 100%. So I would actually even think after education they should take her to health, because she moves with the big mother syndrome. We have government ministries here that we have budgeted for them, but finance releases only 20% of the money. It is only KCCA that is getting 90% funding, and the office of the First Lady. So I see education being revolutionized.
I think the president is really point on putting the First Lady in the Ministry of Education. You know that PS had become really big-headed. You could not work with anybody. And I suspect she was drawing her power from either from the president or whoever. But I think now, knowing the First Lady, she's a very hard-working person. She wants facts. And I think it is really, I have higher expectations about her in being Minister of Education. I'm very happy for her in the Minister of Education.
Because the funds and how one, it should not be tied to personalities, because you are working as a team. The cabinet is a team. It is a team of the executive. They agree, and the chief executive, if he goes lobbying for finance, it should be equitable, it should be distributed. Not because my wife is here, I send more funds. Or because the donors say, oh, this is the First Lady, we have to listen to her. And when the Anyuas or somebody else comes, you are not. That means the double standard within a government. So that means the government is not functioning well.
Timothy Sbasi, PS Television, Parliament.